Let's start by adding construction activities. We all know that some of our common construction activities are site cleaning, layout, demarcation, and so on. If we go to Google and search for list of construction activities, these are some of the common construction activity that will show up, like site cleaning, temporary site construction, site marking, and so on. Let's start by taking some of the important activities. Let's come to construction, substructure. Let's start by adding a first activity. Demarcation. Okay, let's add demarcation and fencing work. These are the fencing work for the whole site. Now if you see, the activity starts from A1000. Since earlier for this two milestones we had changed their activity ID, now the activity ID is starting all over again from the very beginning. Now let's change the duration and say this work takes 8 days. Let's add one more activity. Let's call it site office setup. Let's give it 8 days and let's give this 10 days. And then next activity is excavation. If you see, activity ID are increasing at the incremental of 10. Soil compaction. But demarcation is not part of a substructure activity. They are part of general common activity. Like we have discussed before, this WBS should consist of activity which only consists of activity which are part of the WBS. So we should contain only activities which are part of construction of substructure. Let's select in Ctrl X and let's Ctrl V and paste it over here. These activities are now as common construction activity for the whole site. Since it is not part of substructure activities, we have to move it out. Now, instead of keeping just activities in the open, if you want, you can create WBS. Come to a WBS window. Let's come to construction. Let's add one WBS. Click on this and move it up. Let's rename it as initial works. Now come to our activity window, and if you can see that WBS is reflected over here, let's select these two, Ctrl X, and then Ctrl V and paste them over here. Now all the common initial works activities will be added over here. So now let's move ahead with adding more substructure activities.